Sean, we are within 1 month of the start of the English Premier League season. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League. It seems like it's only from two friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Arsenal. That guy's Sean. He supports Tottenham. This is the North London edition of Red Card Radio. We seem to have lost our West London friend, Brad. Who knows where he is?
I think he's lobstering. If you can go crabbing, you can go lobstering.
I would hope so. I mean, maybe he'll come back on vacation.
Can you imagine Brad just pulling a lobster out of the ocean?
There is zero chance that Brad would ever get on a lobster boat and
hold a lobster.
Yeah, they'd pull up the I forget what they're called, the trap, and they pull up out the water, and they'd be like, "Oh, Brad, go get that lobster," and he would be like, "There's no chance." I don't think.
Funny enough, they're called pots, which is an ironic name because they are not pots in any sense of the word.
Yes.
Of the word pot.
I could not come up with that word with all of the years of Deadliest Catch that I watched. I couldn't come up with that word.
But yeah, you don't picture Brad just manhandling a lobster.
I don't know if Brad's ever been fishing in his life. And so, I mean, maybe he has been. This is unfair. So I can't really say whether or not he has been fishing or not. But
yeah,
you never know. So that was a tangent that I didn't get to. Maybe I think Brad will be back next week. But maybe we'll see.
But we'll only find out if you like, subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars. Tell your mother, tell your neighbor, tell your mailman too. My mailman's been a little bit inconsistent recently, so I don't get to see him as often. But if you get to see yours every day, tell him about the podcast or her.
Yeah, perfect. All right, what are we doing tonight? So within a month of the Premier League starting, it kind of feels like we need to start laying some groundwork. The teams are flying all over the world, getting ready for their preseason tours. We got a couple teams coming stateside for the Premier League Summer Series. Got a couple teams going out to East Asia. It's people are going all over the place.
We're getting to what I like to call irresponsible season.
Tell me about that.
By irresponsible season, I don't mean personally or socially or anything in your personal life. This is the part of the season that fans, in particular, get a little irresponsible with their takes, right? This is the hope season. This is where people get irresponsible of Brad specifically.
We're going to win the league.
We're going to win the league. Yeah, Brad's every year. We're going to win the league. This is irresponsible season. We're entering into irresponsible season with your takes.
Well, to be fair, I think you messaged me something about some Croatian youth who just
That is true. That is true. We did have a Croatian youth, barely a man. I think in Viking terms, he would have just killed a wolf or something. This guy, but in 8 minutes of English football, he has as a center back, he has an assist and a goal in his first 8 minutes of English football. And I just said, it's over. It's over for you boys.
Yeah, we're done.
I don't know which one, Romero or Van de Ven, that's sitting, but it's over. We got an 18-year-old phenom. I don't want to hear nothing else.
And on top of that, who needs to defend?
Or we play all three.
Who needs to defend when you just score so many more goals than the opposition, right? This is the old "you score 4, we're going to score 5." That Unai Emery quote from 6 years ago.
This is Thomas Frank football right here.
Speaking of Thomas Frank, actually, really speaking of his former club, this is my segue into talking about Brentford.
Unfortunate.
Brentford are getting picked apart a little bit here. Brian Mbeumo has officially joined Manchester United. I think it's 65 million euros plus, something like that. It's quite a hefty sum.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the Manchester United negotiating team
Yeah,
that
please
came
do.
came in with about 60 million for Mbeumo, and they tried to adjust it on rotate like yearly terms, and Brentford said no, and without any noticeable competitors at all, somehow ended up paying $10 more million for the same player with no one competing with them.
I think it's so they
No
could
one
get.
is outbidding them.
It's so they could get those payment plans. They were like, if you want to pay the release clause, we need all the money right now. If you want to pay installments, you got to pay more money. And there was some talk that
It's remarkable.
Mbeumo was offered to Tottenham, and there was some rumblings there that he might go to Tottenham because of the link up with Thomas Frank. But apparently, he only ever wanted Manchester United. But yeah,
Because
it's
they pay the most weekly wages. That's why.
it is yeah, that's a fair point. It was a very funny tweet to see Manchester United, 6 weeks ago offered 60 million. 6 weeks later, no competition, they offer 71 million and seal the deal. And it's like, okay, while that's
Just
very humorous,
crazy.
it's not necessarily the whole picture. Now, they do have a couple players. I don't know. I'm gonna say a couple names. You let me know if you want any of them.
Norgard.
No. I'm talking about Manchester United now. No, Norgard, clearly their best player. Moving on to bigger and better things. He was their captain. He was the heart and soul of that team.
Okay.
And so,
Okay.
Wissa has actually left their preseason camp because there's some rumblings about him joining Newcastle. There's been a whole domino effect in the center forward market.
Can we pause there for just a moment?
Yeah.
Does Johan Wissa improve Newcastle in any meaningful way? Even in depth, does it improve their depth?
He's probably better than Callum Wilson right now.
He's better than Callum Wilson. I see. That was the toss up for me because I thought if you put him out wide, is he better than Jacob Murphy?
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know.
Have you seen the way
Jacob Murphy came up? Murphy came up really big for Newcastle last year.
Yeah, but we need to ask Joel. We need to get Joel on here and tell us how he feels about Jacob Murphy because that guy can't. I don't think Joel can't stand Murphy.
Well, but all right. So
I think that's an upgrade. I think that's an upgrade. Yeah.
You think that's an upgrade?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just was thinking it out. It even in depth, I was like, does that really improve Newcastle?
I think what it really does is it provides cover for Isak and Murphy. It kind of competition for Murphy on the wing if you want to play both of them at the same time. Isak and
he can do either. He can do either.
It's weird because there was talk that Brentford weren't going to let both Mbeumo and Wissa go in the same window. And now
they're both being floated.
It kind of seems like that's going to happen. Plus Norgard, plus their coach.
How much did y'all pay for Norgard?
11 million.
11. So they've got 71 divided by 4, whatever that is. And then 11.
You have to remember.
So they don't have much money to replace.
Well, they get to count that 71 million as income all at one time. Because
you got to remember they're Brentford. They don't just have.
I get it. Yeah, but
$70 million.
But if they convince whoever they're signing a player from to do installments, like say they sign somebody for 30 million over, and they pay them over the course of 3 years. They only have to pay 10. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
That. Yeah. But when we make our predictions here in a couple weeks, which we will do, I think we all need to be cognizant of the fact that Brentford have been just picked apart this summer, and they could have a very difficult season coming. Like because when we think about Brentford historically have been like over the last 3 seasons have been a mid-table, lower top of the half table team. Like they've been that like 13
from promotion,
9, right? Like yeah, and
from promotion.
They've been,
and it started before Frank, right? Frank's not who brought them up.
Yes, Thomas Frank. Well, I don't know if Thomas Frank brought them up, but Thomas Frank has always been their manager, I think, in the Premier League. I thought.
Okay, maybe I have that wrong. I thought Frank was not who brought them up. But even still, when they came up, they were exactly how you described a few minutes ago. We're gonna score.
Yeah.
We're gonna score, and you can either keep up or not,
Did they come
or
up
we're losing by 7.
Did they come up the same year that Leeds first came back up?
Yes, they did.
Because both those teams came up and just scored a ton of goals.
That was their whole thing, and
Yeah.
Leeds had the American manager at the time.
He wasn't American. It was Bielsa. It was Bielsa they had.
Okay, then it was an American manager that saved them from relegation.
Oh yeah,
the first year.
Jesse Marsh came after Bielsa.
Jesse Marsh.
I forgot about Jesse Marsh. He's now he's the Canadian national team manager.
In any event, when because Brentford's first year up, I remember very specifically and very vividly a game that I watched against United where Brentford and Ivan Toney scored 4 goals in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious for me watching United get absolutely dumped on.
Yes.
And I think that was still back in Ole Gunnarsson's time.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, so I think we just need to keep Brentford on the back of our head. Like, I think that there's a world where they struggle to stay up this year. I think traditionally we would all say they're a shoo-in to avoid relegation, but I think that they might be a bubble team this year that we need to keep an eye out on.
Okay. And the promoteds remind me are Burnley, Leeds,
Sunderland.
Leeds, Southampton,
Sunderland.
So really, they're going to be down there battling Burnley and Leeds.
They certainly could be.
Probably.
I mean,
actually that's an interesting 3 because the 3 of them have money as a club, as an organization. They are not small.
You mean traditionally they're big?
Traditionally,
they're bigger clubs.
Traditionally, bigger clubs. So,
okay,
interesting.
I wanted to bring this up about Manchester United here. So, would you take any of these players at Tottenham? Garnacho, Sancho, Antony, Malacia, or Rashford? And I'll tell you why I throw Rashford in there.
Malacia, I'm considering.
Okay.
Rashford, no.
So the only reason I include Rashford is because Rashford has a loan agreement with Barcelona, and apparently they're getting ready to unveil him at Barcelona. But there was some rumblings today that the reason why Nico Williams didn't join Barcelona was because he wanted to have a clause in the contract that said if Barcelona couldn't register him, he could cancel the contract and leave. And there was rumblings today that Rashford was requesting something similar in his contract, that if they can't register him, that he wants the ability to cancel the contract and leave. But it's only a loan deal, so I don't know what that would mean.
I would actually, I would consider Garnacho on a loan. I like his tenacity, and I like his creativity. That he free thinks on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I would Garnacho. I want to rethink that one. I would consider him.
Yeah.
But on a loan, so that we could feel it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than that, would you take Garnacho's a talented player?
He's a weird one.
Kind of a mental case. Seems like he gets in his own way.
He thinks he's better than he is at this point in his career. He thinks he's like the next Cristiano Ronaldo, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's that good, clearly. He is quite creative. His biggest issue in his game, his biggest downfall in his game is his finishing. He gets himself into good positions. He does good things with the ball, and then he can't score. And like for a creative attacking player, like that's arguably the most important thing he could or should be doing. When I look at that list, the reason why I brought that list up is because United have left for their American tour, and all 4 of those players were left back in Manchester. Now, Antony had a pretty great season at he was at Real Betis, I think. I think it was at Real Betis
or Sevilla. Okay.
It wasn't Sevilla. I think it was Betis, and
yeah, because they played Chelsea.
Yeah, and so he had a pretty good season there. Jadon Sancho it seems like he's going to Juventus on a loan. Garnacho apparently doesn't have any suitors. And I haven't heard anything about Malacia, about where he could potentially win. But they've all been left in Manchester for the preseason tour. Like Amarim's like just not even fooling around with them.
Well, when this is something we've been talking about for a year, 2 years, 4 years. How long have we been doing the podcast?
I don't know, man.
4.
It's at least
Just like
5 years. It feels
you've
like.
got to prune the bad fruits off the tree, right? Like if United want to turn this around, if these are the bad apples, you need to get them off the tree.
Yeah. It's kind of it's akin to what Arsenal did with the Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe, Maitland-Niles, like
Sure.
that crew of
Just,
people who individually are good footballers, but when you put them together in a group, they form a clique, and like it's not a they have a hard time fitting into the overall cohesive
yeah,
unit. Um,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. This is I'm not sure. Uh, I wouldn't take any of them at Arsenal. No, I don't have space for any of them at Arsenal. Um,
I would only I think I would only consider Garnacho just for his creative, but on a loan only.
there was a world where
Like,
two years ago I would have taken Rashford on a loan in a similar
oh
situation,
yeah, years
where
ago, but
like
something
yeah,
has
2 years
gone.
ago where he was younger and he might have still been able to turn his career around and like done something
And
useful.
who knows if like that Euro where everything got pinned on him, if that like played a role. And I don't mean to like try to draw something out of nothing, but like who knows if that messed with him mentally,
I mean,
because
he,
that was a really big deal, and then like a lot of people blame that on him,
he got a lot of
and
flack.
him and
Saka
him
got a
and
lot of
others.
flack. But if
Yeah,
you look at the way Saka came back, like
sure, but like who knows if that played a role?
sure,
But you're right. Since that point, he has not been the same,
yeah, no. So I don't
or
know.
at least the last few years, he has not been the Marcus Rashford of before.
You told me 2 weeks ago, I think it was, maybe it was last week. I don't know that
2 weeks ago. All right,
Morgan Gibbs White was a Tottenham
done
player.
deal, done deal.
How is it a done deal if he's not done a medical and done a picture with a kit yet? What's going on here? Why is a release clause transfer dragging so hard?
They can drag it through the international court, whatever, the Hague. We can take it through the Hague if they want.
But
This is legally done. They can drag it out in as many courts as they want. It doesn't matter.
but if it's clearly not, because if they can't register him, like if he's not a Tottenham player, Tottenham can't register him for the season, right? Like
Okay, well, the player said, "I'm not playing for you anyway." So you could do whatever you want, but I'm going to Tottenham.
all right, it seems really strange that it hasn't happened yet. I mentioned this earlier about the striker market and how there's some dominoes that have fallen. It does appear as if Arsenal will get their guy in Victor Gyökeres.
That was
Um,
your guy. That was who you wanted. You see,
no,
your guy,
I wanted Benjamin Sesko.
because
And go for it.
we have a frequent contributor to the podcast, Mr. Tamzid, who says this is a fool's gold signing.
Um, well, Arsenal need a center forward, and I
I
mean,
don't believe him,
I
but
don't
do
believe him
you
either.
believe him?
No.
He I will, for all of his fault, Tamzid, I will say he does know ball.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
And so, he's not always right. So is he right here?
I
Is
don't
this a
think
fool's gold?
I think that Victor Gyökeres will score a boatload of goals for Arsenal.
I agree.
Will Arsenal win the league because of it? Who knows? Like there's no way of saying yes or no. Like I don't think one player will
Yeah.
ever tip you over.
No, I'm not asking you if this is
Yeah.
Holland to City. What I'm asking is, I'm sure you are like me, like a realistic view is if your center forward a striker does 15 goals this season, you would be happy with that, right?
I mean, yeah, 15 goals and like 7, 8 assists. Like, yes, like
Sure.
Like that's a very
If
productive season. I mean, I think
Yorkes does that,
yeah, I
you're
mean,
happy with that.
if Gyökeres scores 15 goals and Havertz has 10 and Saka has 15 and Martinelli has 10,
Okay, now
like,
you're putting qualifiers. So
well,
you're not happy. You're not happy with
maybe.
Yorkes if he does 15.
Well, it
So you want
depends.
him to have 20.
Well, the problem is that Arsenal need to score 100 goals this year if they want to win the league, right? And so my point is that if Arsenal need to score 100 goals this year, and Gyökeres scores 15, like that's a lot of other goals to get from elsewhere, right? And
Okay, so you're looking for 20.
I mean, yeah, well, yes, if Gyökeres rocks up and scores 25 goals for Arsenal and wins the Golden Boot, it's
25.
tremendous. Why couldn't he?
That's a like it's a top half of EPL history type season. Like you're asking a lot from a new signing.
Well, I'm saying I think he has the potential to be a 25 goal a year scorer.
Okay. I tend to agree with you, and the reason why is because he spent a year at Coventry,
yeah,
like just strapping it out in the championship, and all he did was set a championship record of goal scoring.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty well. No. I'm sorry. He was very close to Mitrovic. But like that's all he did, right?
Oh, okay.
Like
I had no idea.
So like he's familiar with the English game.
Yeah, and I also think that like I have a lot of faith in the Arsenal coaching staff to put him in positions where he'll score a lot of goals. I mean, like if you I know this is not possible because Kai Havertz and him will be different players and the way that the positions they get themselves into. But if you just like were able to zoink Gyökeres over on top of Havertz in a lot of positions, Havertz misses a lot of like shots and goals and things like that you think he should do better with. Like he misses a lot of opportunities. Like, man, he should have at least put this on target, or I think he should have scored this goal. And I think Gyökeres will score more of those goals. But if he only scores 15, I'm going to say that's a decent first season. And I'm going to expect more the next year, I think is probably my stance. 15 is okay this year. I think Arsenal ideally, if you kind of want their center forward to be like a 20 goal a year kind of guy. That's just my opinion. Okay. But also Ekitike looks like he is joining Liverpool now. There was a little bit of debate between that player going to either Newcastle or Liverpool, and it looks like that deal is finalizing for him to join Liverpool, which that then triggered Newcastle to look elsewhere, which is why they are looking like they're going to sign Wissa. And so there's kind of been a small domino effect, at least with Liverpool. And so some that market is kind of, I think, petering out at this point because United have their man. There is some talk that Nicholas Jackson is being offered up to Manchester United as well, but apparently Chelsea value Nico Jackson at like £100 million or something like that, and you're just like, okay, Chelsea, you guys are smoking crack. Like, there's no way that player is a £100 million player, unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, that's wow.
Insanity, right?
Yeah, has he scored 30 goals since he's been in England?
He's probably cumulatively. I mean, I think he was like 15 goals last year. I don't know. He's certainly not that. He's not a £100 million player. I'll tell you that much.
That's crazy.
You and I, we have a football match coming up against each other next week at some point. I think on the 31st is a North London derby from Singapore or something like that. First one of the year.
Wow.
How you feeling?
It's preseason.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, we're getting in everybody.
Yeah, it doesn't.
We're getting in everybody. What I'm looking for is getting the kids in. Want to see Mikey Moore a little bit more. Um,
You,
we're searching. We keep searching for that left wing replacement when we've had one the entire time.
you know what I'm looking for?
People, what's that?
Sellout crowd. Lots of concessions sold. Lots of merchandise sold. Big paycheck. That's all I'm looking for out of that game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the slightest.
Doesn't matter to me. Looking for passports to be stamped.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody get home safe.
Yeah. I think
Right.
I don't know when how long are Tottenham out in Southeast Asia for?
Uh, we usually do. We usually hit Southeast Asia for 1 or 2 games, hit Korea, and then head on home. That's
Okay.
our normal swing.
Yeah, so
Um, I have not looked at what our schedule is though.
it looks to me for Arsenal, we're gonna probably I think we come back from Southeast Asia directly after that match because we play AC Milan I think tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, and then we play Newcastle on
I
Sunday in somewhere
I,
out
I,
there.
for, I forget the games, but I know it's only about 2 or 3 games until I saw PSG, and I was like, oh yes, that's
Oh yeah,
right. We have
you guys that's probably like the weekend of the 9th, right? Like August 9th.
it
That's the
is
weekend
it is
before,
the
right?
Wednesday. It is the Wednesday before opening weekend.
Oh wait, so it's August 13th. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So we'll be able
It is.
to preview that
Let
in
me
the first
let me,
week of Red
let me
Carpet
make
Radio.
sure. Let me make sure, but yeah, it was. It was either is it the Super Cup normally the
Yes.
week before or the week before the one before?
I thought it was the weekend of the 9th or the 10th. Um
So I've got our schedule pulled up. So we actually play Luton Town before we leave for Asia, just in general. We
how?
play you on the 31st.
Yeah. Are
Yeah,
you
so we play Luton Town at Luton Town.
going to the kennel?
Yeah, we went. Yeah, we were going to the whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah,
We
better
going
watch
to
the
the kennel.
dogs.
We play Reading at Reading. Play Luton at Luton. Play Arsenal at Arsenal in Singapore.
Hmm.
Um, host Newcastle.
Probably
Uh,
also
go to
also somewhere
go to
in
Bayern. Yeah, probably somewhere.
is Munich.
Go to Bayern, and then Super Cup is the 13th. Yeah, you were right.
Munich has got to be some. That's got to also be in Asia because Newcastle are in Asia right now. So you'll probably play Newcastle, Arsenal, and Munich in Asia, and then come home and play PSG. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we're
Well, we
getting
play
there.
them. Is PS is uh I don't know this because I haven't been in this situation. Is the Super Cup? Clearly, you don't either.
Neutral site.
Is the Super? Is it neutral site?
Yeah, it'll be somewhere.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not at PSG.
Yeah, I don't. Unless that was the predetermined, like,
What?
if that was the predetermined stadium to host it, then it could be at the Parc des Princes, but it's probably. I think it's a
Well,
neutral site.
I do got I got some trivia for you
Okay.
on the way out the
Oh,
door
all right. All
if
right.
you
Let's do it.
if you want it.
Yeah.
Do you want free kicks or do you want goalkeepers?
Oh. Um. I want goalkeepers.
Man, boring. All right.
Okay. I want free kicks. I don't know.
Oh man, boring. Um,
You
just
pick.
kidding.
You pick.
No. So you pick goalkeepers. So I want you to tell me
All right.
between these two players, these two goalkeepers,
All right.
who has the most clean sheets in the Premier League all
Okay.
time in the Premier League? Clean sheets. Edwin Edwin van der Sar or Peter Schmeichel?
Oh, that's a question.
That is a very good question.
Both Manchester United
Yep.
goalkeepers. Faint.
And both under Sir Alex, and both I will stall. You know what? I'll do the stalling for you.
I
Both
think.
under Sir Alex, Edwin van der Sar through the early 2000s,
Yeah.
Peter Schmeichel through the late 90s, and then bled right into Edwin van der Sar.
Yeah. I thought so.
Quite crazily that they kind of stumbled upon going from van der Sar to another three-person name. I'm just stalling here for you.
David De
Another
Gea.
three-person,
Yeah.
David De Gea. They went straight into another three-name player.
And do you know who they do you remember who they dropped De Gea for?
That
Only
would
a
have
double
been
name. Only a
Tim
double.
Howard.
No. Andre Onana, who is the current goalkeeper.
No, that's not true.
Yeah. You don't remember this?
Andre Onana, that is the current goalkeeper.
Yes.
They dropped for David De Gea.
David De Gea, they didn't extend.
In 2010.
David De Gea played for them until recently.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. You were talking at the trail end. I thought you were saying Manchester United dropped Andre Onana in 2009 to pick up.
No.
Okay, yeah.
No.
I was like, there's no way Onana's 40-some years old.
No. Yeah, David De Gea. Yeah, he was the goalkeeper for United from 11 to 23. All right, I have my answer. I think it's Edwin van der Sar because I think. Okay, let me tell you my thinking here. I'm of two minds. Right. I think Peter Schmeichel only played in England. I think both these players only played in England for Manchester United. I think that Edwin van der Sar played for United longer. Ergo, I'm taking Edwin van der Sar. I could be wrong. I could be terribly wrong.
You are correct.
Oh, let's go.
You are correct.
Let's go.
You are correct. Edwin van der Sar has the 10th most clean sheets of all time.
Ooh,
Peter Schmeichel has the 11th.
Okay, what team did number 1 play for?
Chelsea and Arsenal.
Okay, so it's Peter Cech.
You know who that is.
It's Peter Cech.
Number 2, you will never get if your life depended on it. And this is in the Premier League.
Okay, so only 90.
I would have gotten it. Your only hint was I would have gotten it because I'm the only person that this person believes that believes in this person and talks about as one of the greatest English goalkeepers of all time, and nobody believes in me.
David James.
Yes, the second most clean sheets of all time. Let me tell you who this mother bleeper played for:
Portsmouth,
Liverpool, Aston Villa, West Ham, Manchester City, and Portsmouth.
Yeah.
I
knew him as a Portsmouth player mostly.
Portsmouth.
Yeah. Okay.
As we go down, Mark Schwarzer.
Wouldn't get that.
David De Gea.
Yeah, I would have gotten that.
Here you go. Your Arsenal legend.
Go ahead. Is it? Well, so there's a couple options here for Arsenal legends. It could be.
There's just one.
David Seaman or Jens Lehmann could be on that list.
No, it's David Seaman.
Okay.
And then it's Nigel Martin. Don't know this guy. Crystal Palace leads Everton.
No.
Pepe Reina.
Okay. Yeah. Liverpool.
American legend Brad Friedel.
Brad Friedel. He is a journeyman.
And then the Minister of Defense.
Sir Tim.
Tim Howard.
Sir Tim.
Yeah.
All righty.
That is your top 10. And Edward van der Sar. Do you want to take a stab at the other one? The most.
Yeah.
We won't take as long as most free kicks. Most free kicks scored all time in the Premier League, and we'll keep this one quick.
If I'm going quick without much higher level thought, I'm going with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, you are wrong. My pre-production guess of James Ward-Prowse was close to right.
Okay.
But both the leader and James Ward-Prowse are at 18 and 17. The next closest is Thierry Henry,
Okay.
Gianfranco Zola, and Cristiano Ronaldo at 12.
Oh, okay.
So nobody is close. There are 5 goals that separate
Is it
3
Wayne?
through
Is it
2.
Wayne Rooney?
It is not.
Okay, who is it?
You are severely just missing this, and you are dancing around it too. Who do they bend it like?
Oh, Beckham. Oh,
It is David Beckham.
Okay, that makes sense.
And he has 18 goals scored from set pieces. James Ward-Prowse has
Oh,
17.
good.
The next closest is 12. No
All
one's
right, then.
close to those two.
Well, that was good. I enjoyed it. I will say that Red Card Radio will be back next week. I will not be here next week. I'm going on vacation, so it's up to you.
Good.
It's up to you and Brad to come up with something. So
Good. Yeah, we'll come up with something. It'll be a lot better than this. I can tell you that.
Yeah, probably. This guy. All right. Hit us up on social media. That guy is at whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. Brad is at KSBradG. Collectively, we are at redcard_radio. We will be back. Red Card Radio will be back next week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Send it to your friends. Have a good evening. Love you all.